Oh my god, you guys. EB the original master here. And good news. Oh boy. I just finally finished watching Factory Fresh. Goodbye Krabby Patty from SpongeBob SquarePants. Well, you guys, I'm pretty impressed. This episode did not disappoint me at all. It was actually a pretty decent episode. And it's already 7:30. So yeah, I finally watched Factory Fresh, Goodbye Krabby Patty on SpongeBob SquarePants on Nickelodeon. And so far the episode wasn't that bad. It actually had a really creative story, and might as well give you guys my thoughts about it. And this video is coming out tonight, you guys. So yeah, it's coming out tonight. So yeah, today is February 20th, 2017 still, and I finally watched Factory Fresh from SpongeBob, and I can finally give you guys my thoughts about it. So let's start rambling and talk about it already. So already the episode begins with SpongeBob and Patrick in Jellyfish Field. So they were literally having fun catching jellyfish and whatnot. And then the jellyfish just started stinging them. And it was kind of bland, but the whole beginning of the episode was just SpongeBob and Patrick having fun. Like they went jellyfishing. I think they went. I said I think I saw the episode today, so I should know what happened. They went jellyfishing. They went to the store, and then they ended up at the grocery store where they wanted to get some ice cream. So yes, they literally saw a whole freezer full of ice creams where we got a mountain climber yodeling for some unknown reason. So the mountain climber climbs atop the ice creams and starts yodeling, and then somehow Mr. Krabs was at the grocery store. So he was shopping. Mr. Krabs was shopping. And then that's where SpongeBob came up with an idea where they could make frozen Krabby Patties. So basically, I thought this episode was, yes, I thought, I thought Mr. Krabs came up with the idea, but it turned out to be that SpongeBob wanted to make frozen Krabby Patties. They wanted to make an idea for a frozen Krabby Patty. So Mr. Krabs' mind blew up, and then they started talking about the idea to an ad revenue or ad agent. So the name of this ad agent is Don Grouper. That's the name. That's the name of the. He's actually a purple fish in a business tuxedo in a business suit. And so far, the guy who voiced him did a pretty good job. I forgot who voiced it, Don Grouper for Factory Fresh, but I need to look it up. I need to go to the SpongeBob Wikipedia and find out who voiced the character for him, because he actually did a pretty good job. He actually had a really strong business type of accent. So he actually talked like an ad revenue. So SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs told their idea about the frozen Krabby Patties to the ad revenue guy, at Don Grouper, where he wanted to expand the idea. So he then shows a presentation of previous Krabby Patty commercials, like Krabby Patty ads, what some of their slogans. So Don Grouper invites a whole group of his ad revenue people to come along. And then I think this one guy got kicked out, and then he replaced that guy with an infant. So a baby came out of nowhere. So he replaced this one ad guy with a baby because he gotten really. I mean, he started talking all this mess. So he like kicked him out. So yeah, so they talk about these advertisement slogans. So yeah, I'm not gonna remember everything I heard because I saw the episode today. And yeah, so basically they came up with all these crazy ideas until SpongeBob came up with the slogan, "The Krabby Patties taste so good, they're good." I think that's what he said. I mean, I honestly don't know because my memory is the greatest, but I'm not gonna memorize every single bit of it. So they come up with the slogan, and then Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob hires Patrick to do the commercial. So Patrick stars in this commercial in the frozen Krabby Patties. He eats the frozen Krabby Patties, and then he actually enjoys it. And then that's where they replaced the Krusty Krab with a giant factory. So I'm sorry, Factory Fresh could have been a good name for this episode. I don't know why they changed it to Goodbye Krabby Patty. I mean, its original name was Factory Fresh. I'm gonna still call it Factory Fresh because that was his originated name. So that's when they built a giant factory right behind the original Krusty Krab, which they turned into a museum. They had animatronic SpongeBob, animatronic Patrick, Squidward. Like, I thought this scene was actually pretty hilarious to see the characters interacting with the animatronics. So SpongeBob is upset that the fact that Mr. Krabs told him that he'll no longer make Krabby Patties from fresh; they'll now be frozen, selling at a local grocery store. So yeah, it was like SpongeBob reading this piece of paper about the frozen Krabby Patties, until the animatronic Squidward, his head blew up, and then that kind of got me laughing a bit, had me laughing a little bit. So then, we then get a montage of the factory making the frozen Krabby Patties, where Mr. Krabs, he jumps into a pool of money, and that's where the commercial break came on. So the commercial break showed the Kids' Choice Awards 2017, John Cena. They actually played his theme song, which was actually pretty interesting. Yeah, they played his theme song, which I thought that was pretty interesting. All right, then after the commercial break, SpongeBob finds Patrick's house to be like a giant hotel. It's like a giant business complex. So his rock is replaced with a giant business complex, where SpongeBob rides an elevator to his room, where he's holding a container full of chocolate ice cream right next to a guy who owns the hotel. So he's like, "You need to get out, SpongeBob. You need to get out like right now." So SpongeBob leaves the elevator, where he finds Patrick in a purple bow tie, explaining about the new frozen Krabby Patties lineup. So since Patrick is at this new ad revenue, since Patrick now has a big job advertising now, he has no time to play with SpongeBob, obviously, since he's very busy. So SpongeBob and Patrick are upset that the fact that Patrick has a new job advertising the frozen Krabby Patty. That's what I meant to say. So Patrick's now advertising the frozen Krabby Patties. SpongeBob is upset that Patrick is no longer his friend. Since Patrick's a star, he's no longer allowed to hang out with his friends. So there's actually a joke where Don Gruber said that we're gonna make you a star, but I'm already a star. Well, yes, that was supposed to be a joke, but the joke really wasn't that funny. I mean, it was, but it was pretty lame. So SpongeBob and Patrick are upset that Patrick has to work at this ad revenue now. Then SpongeBob finally figures out the secret ingredient for the frozen Krabby Patties, which is sand. So literally every time these people are eating the frozen Krabby Patties, they don't like the taste of it. In fact, there's actually a Patrick microwave at the museum, and Plankton had no role in this episode. Plankton actually appeared as a cameo where he stole the Krabby Patty formula, and then SpongeBob is too bored to stop him because he's upset that he has to work at this museum now. He's working at the Krusty Krab Museum, where everybody's replaced from animatronics. So literally, Plankton only appeared as a cameo. He had no role in this episode. He was just there to steal the Krabby Patty formula, which I thought it was pretty weird. I actually laughed out loud where Squidward, where this guy came in with I think it was what's that name of that thing where that little package carrier thing? I don't know. It's like a little package carrier thing, like UPS and FedEx, that they roll in with the package. I think I need to look that up. So this one guy came in, and then it was like a post office guy who comes out of nowhere, puts Squidward onto like this pulley thing. It wasn't a pulley. It was like a package carrier. I'm gonna call it a package carrier. It comes with a package carrier. He like takes him away. Squidward's still rambling. He actually is supposed to go out and encourage his dreams to be like a clarinet artist. But then Squidward couldn't find any of those jobs, so he wants to work at the Krusty Krab again. But since Patrick is now advertising these frozen Krabby Patties, his job is basically taken over. So it appears that they've been doing 400 commercials advertising these frozen Krabby Patties to turn out that they're made out of sand, making people vomit. I mean, it was funny to see how their butts kept shrinking every time they vomit. I'm not gonna say the A word because that's way highly inappropriate. So every time they vomit out the sand, their butts shrank. I mean, when they first ate it, the sand filled up to the point where their butts started like to expand out or something. And yeah, so basically, SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs are off to stop Patrick. No, wait, not to stop him. So SpongeBob then wants to make the Krabby Patties fresh again, so he goes back into the museum, kicks the animatronic SpongeBob, then makes Krabby Patties from fresh, where he then tells Patrick about it. So SpongeBob tells Patrick that the secret ingredient behind these frozen Krabby Patties are sand. So Patrick and SpongeBob are reuniting again, and then Patrick goes off to tell everybody that the frozen Krabby Patties are made out of sand, making everybody vomit. Mr. Krabs faint. Don Gruber says, I'm out. I can't believe you spoiled the secret ingredient of... In fact, the secret ingredient of the frozen Krabby Patties was already mentioned, which was filler or sand. So Patrick gives out his ad revenue. He explains that it's made out of sand, ending the episode with SpongeBob and Patrick at the Krusty Krab making fresh Krabby Patties. Mr. Krabs realized that the factory is now non-existing because Patrick spoiled out the secret ingredient of the frozen Krabby Patties that SpongeBob mentioned at the beginning of the episode. Then Mr. Krabs sees a Krusty Krab filled with hungry customers eating Krabby Patties, Squidward sleeping. Then Squidward tries to impersonate an animatronic Squidward. Mr. Krabs goes into the kitchen, finds SpongeBob and Patrick in these pants. In fact, when Patrick was still in his ad revenue hotel, he was actually looking at a picture of him and SpongeBob with SpongeBob and Patrick's pants, which I thought was highly inappropriate. Then Patrick snaps, "Everybody get out! Everybody get out right now!" So he forces everybody to get out, and then Patrick does his ad revenue, like I said earlier. Patrick and SpongeBob are in the Krusty Krab making Krabby Patties from Fresh. Mr. Krabs tags along in the pants, thus ending Factory Fresh, where Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob and Patrick are reuniting, making fresh Krabby Patties again. Factory Fresh, aka Goodbye Krabby Patty. This episode was pretty okay. This episode wasn't too boring at the point where I said, I can't watch this episode anymore. It actually had some really good elements to it. This episode had a really creative plot where SpongeBob makes frozen Krabby Patties, which was never done before. I thought that was a pretty cool concept. At the beginning, where Mr. Krabs was advertising the frozen Krabby Patties, which made everybody hate it. I mean, first they liked it, but then it turned out to be it was made out of sand. I like the voice actor of Don Gruber. He did a pretty good job voicing him. He sounded like a real legit advertisement business guy. I'm sorry for stuttering or making any false lines because I did not write a script for this. I remember this episode in my brain because I just saw it a few hours ago. Yes, I actually like the voice actor of Don Gruber. He did a pretty good job voicing him. Again, I need to look his name up. Overall, this episode gets a solid 8 out of 10. A really high score. This episode was really, really creative. I really liked the episode idea. I thought the jokes were pretty okay. And I actually like the fact that they turned the Krusty Krab into a museum with animatronics. But this episode could have been a little bit better, but hey, it was alright for season 10. And yeah, that's my review for Factory Fresh for SpongeBob SquarePants for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'm going to have this video uploaded as soon as possible, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. More videos out soon. Oh, by the way, this upcoming Wednesday, you guys, I will have a new video uploaded to my SpongeBlock Studios channel, my new channel that I made. I will have a video out on Wednesday giving behind the scenes of SpongeBob's farm. Yes, I'll have behind the scenes of that. And yeah, I'll have behind the scenes for SpongeBob's farm and a few other episodes that I made in the past. Hope you guys enjoyed my review for Factory Fresh for SpongeBob SquarePants. 8 out of 10. Good episode. Not filler. Had a really good story. Had really good humor. Really good episode. I'm glad that I watched it. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Peace out.